Hello, everybody. It is that time of the week. It is your illustrious hosts, Dragon's Fury and Infernal Drake.
Hi everyone, hope you've been having a good week. That was English.
And if not, we hope the episode helps. And if it doesn't, not our fault. So we are on part 3 of the anime discussion series, which is going to be the final because you guys' attention span is crap. So we're keep it moving,
I
keep it
blame
pushing.
TikTok on that one.
It is very much TikTok's fault, but I can see like the viewership has dropped significantly after 2 or 3 videos of the same topic. So we're just gonna keep it pushing. I still got more stuff for lined up or whatever. But so uh the last 2 anime, big anime that I feel like was a hit with the folks and the kids, if you would like, is the Eminence and Shadow and Solo Leveling. I don't know why, but like Solo Leveling clips keep like popping back up again. I was like, are people watching this again? And then Eminence because, well,
I mean, unless the new season got announced, I don't know.
I'm not going to even pretend like I know what gets announced or whatever. I think the only one thing I know that got announced that I saw was season 3 for Moonlight Fantasy,
Oh,
and
that got announced?
yeah, I think if I'm remembering what the properly, it was that one.
Awesome.
And so yeah, so I don't know, maybe like new stuff is getting announced or whatever. Trying to get through varying things. So the 2 big ones, and well, now the third one. Did you ever catch up on Record of Ragnarok?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm almost done with the current season that's out, and it is atrocious. Um,
In a good or bad way?
bad,
Okay.
atrocious, right? Like it. I don't understand how you took a um Expendables level storyline and then drug it out like it's a freaking K drama. I don't get it, and it concerns me like
Like,
really
is it
badly.
is this due to one of the fights that happened, or all the fights,
It's the whole thing. Okay, so
or Record Ragnarok as a whole?
as a whole, here
Okay.
goes like so it was like, hey, 13 fights, big tournament to save your ass. Cool,
Yeah.
like it. All right, boom, boom, ba da 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 da. Cool, right? Except every other fucking episode is giving me some BS backstory that has fuck all to do with the actual characters, right?
Yeah.
Yes, give me a little bit of like, oh, how did we get here? Yeah, that'd be cool, right?
It's like how
Hercules,
did they get the skills that they did, or how did they end up becoming who they are? It's like that's fine.
right? Hercules, perfect example. You gave me the good reason of how we ended up like there. Buddha, good, like, good. That was a
Buddha
good
was great.
story of like backstory, right? But like telling the reimagining of like these stories because these are actual, folklore and mythical being, entities, beings, what have you, gods, goddesses, whatever, right? So not everybody knows who um everybody is. And then also these are
Yeah.
reimagined versions. They're not necessarily the same as like the ones that everyone's like traditionally known about. So you have, like Hercules, you have like Jack the Ripper, you have Sasuke, you have Raiden and like Poseidon and all of them, right? So especially Poseidon being like a different version of it because typically Poseidon is, portrayed as the more Poseidon's portrayed how Hades was portrayed typically. It was usually reverse,
Okay.
right? So Hades usually is that, very stoic, I just do what I have to do because it is what it is style. And then Poseidon was kind of like more of the balanced of the 3 of, of the brothers.
Yeah.
And so then you have, and like Zeus is matched, right? Like that crack addict. and especially like in
Oh
like
God.
the backstory for him of like what he originally looked at before he looked like All Might.
Right.
And so I was fine with that. But then you would have these episodes like in between where it's just like, okay, yes, like cool, good to know he did that, but like it doesn't fucking matter. Like nothing
Yeah.
changes with me knowing that.
It's. I know. It's like cool. We get to like, I guess in a way connect more with the god or human, but at the same time, I'm just like, how this doesn't really pertain to the fight.
Right, but that's the thing. The whole essence of the show is basically Expendables, right? It's here's 26 motherfuckers.
It's like, oh god, there's a quick path.
Is like here's 26 motherfuckers. Well, I was trying to like make sure I was saying because it's not necessarily just the 26.
Yeah.
It's actually more than that. It's 30, no, 40. It's technically 40 individuals, right? Am I doing that math right?
Uh, sure.
Hold on. I don't think I'm doing math right. Maybe. Hold on.
Well, because if it's 13 rounds, so I mean, you were right
39.
before 13, 39. So
Remember, the Valkyries are involved.
oh, you're involving the Valkyries. Okay.
Right. That's what I said. Because it's like it's a life and death situation, right? So it was like you got 13 fights. 3 people essentially are going into each fight with the intent of, hey, I'm going to do everything in my damnedest to win.
I mean, if you really want to mess up your math, like count Zerafuku as all his individual parts.
Well, yes and no, because like Zerafuku was the one first.
Yeah, and was divided into.
And then he became the 7 later.
7, yeah.
So it was more so of subtracting the 7 because it was like, hey, here's the original motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And so, cool. But then you just keep getting like these random bits and pieces of stuff of Brynhilde just explaining things. But it's like, what? Like, I feel like the baby Valkyrie half the time in those like backstory episodes, whereas like
I feel like that's intended.
probably, but also stop it. Like,
You're just a baby.
Like they took like spoiler alert for those who haven't gotten into the current season. Pause here or like mute in this moment, and then when the hands come back up, then come back.
When jazz hands show up.
When the jazz hands show up again, you're good. So, all right, this is your time. So, Shin Shi Quan, like, there were way too many episodes about his backstory that didn't fucking matter. Like, all we needed was him getting his second mom, and that's it. And then, a little bit after is whatever. We didn't need that whole everything else of him, like, conquering whatever, the demon thing. No one cares.
Like how he became emperor and all that.
Yep, doesn't matter. Because you explain that again later. Anyway, that it's like, oh, hey, he's this, like, if you picked up from where he gets his new caretaker, right? His, new mom, you will find out that he is the son of a particular, faction individual. And cool. We didn't need any of the before of what was happening, of why he got abandoned, that. Doesn't matter. Hey, he was clearly abandoned. He has a caretaker. People hate him. He has a condition. Boom. Right? Okay. So, we're like... It's like, and so me and my dad were watching it the other day, and we had a Mandela effect like moment because we swore it was only 8 fights, right? Up and down, we swore it was only 8 fights, and so
he should have been the 8th fight,
right? But like we were thinking, it's done at this. This is the final finale, right? We're thinking we're done. So we're looking at the list and we're like, how the fuck is there going to be this many episodes if this is supposed to be like the last thing? What fuckery after this tournament is about to happen? And then they're like, oh, blah, 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 out of 13. I was like, wait, what? 13? And I literally went back to the first episode and I was like, yeah, there it is. Why did we both think it was 8? Because it's taking so long.
Yeah. And I feel like one reason why like it's so long, especially in anime form, is because like they're only focusing on 3 fights per season. So I'm trying to remember who. Wait, was this the third fight? Which fight started the season?
Don't get me lying.
Okay.
Was it Hades' fight?
Okay, yeah, it was Hades first, and then Beelzebub.
Yeah, so Hades and Beelzebub, and then I'm starting the next one.
I'm trying to remember who was after Beelzebub.
I think it's Apollo.
Oh, yeah, right. Apollo versus Leonidas.
So, yeah.
But because like obviously like I'm watching the anime as well as reading the manga, and the one fight I am really excited for, unfortunately won't be in this season, is Okita versus Susanoo.
What?
What?
All right. Yep, I know I'm gonna hate the next season. I know I'm gonna hate the fucking next season. I'm gonna fucking hate it. I'm going to fucking hate it. It's going to suck ass.
Why, you don't want to see Okita versus Susanoo?
Susanoo shouldn't even be in fighting.
Yeah.
Everybody else, at least from the gods' perspective, all of them are combative types.
Yeah.
Not Susanoo. Or at least the one that what he's supposed to be is not combative. So
this version kind of is, but but he also wants to fight Okita out of respect for him. I don't know. It's a good fight.
Means nothing to me. We already been through this. We've been through 3 or 4 seasons worth of this show saying that you are the problem when you're like, yeah, it's a good fight. The story is trash, but it's a good fight. The story is trash.
Oh my god. Like, there's more I would love to say as the reason for the Ragnarok, but I'll keep that to myself.
Yes. Mr. I can't just exist. I have to read the source material too.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's the half of the episode rant on Ragnarok. Like it's going south, and apparently we're going to be in Tartarus by the end of it.
Helheim, let's go.
No. Helheim, no.
Yeah.
No. I didn't want to.
Acrobats.
No, because they're. And then, like, the other thing that pisses me off about it's the mixing of the pantheons. Because it's like, what?
Like, what do you mean specifically? Like, mixing, like, the Greek
Helheim is the Norse name.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it does get a little confusing.
It is like, that's the Norse name. Tartaros is originally, at least my understanding, was the original name for what Helheim is overall, not a dedicated prison part of Helheim, right? And so it's like, okay, cool. You have, Zeus, Hermes, whatever. There's like Greek, but
it helps when you can shut your brain off.
Well, yeah, it is. Like, I do shut my brain off, but it's like it's the back and forth because it's mixed in there, and it's just
which is it?
It's being in the know is a part of the reason why I can't fully enjoy this, is because it's like, oh, I already know who these people are supposed to be. I already know their stories. Like when Shiva showed up, Cool.
He knows the source.
It's like, I know the source, right? And so that backstory for him was great. And then that's why I really loved when they were like, also, he's the dancer. Thank you. That, yes.
His fight was good. I like Shio's fight.
So, yeah. And then the like the side character of Ganesh being there was so funny. That
right.
side moment, it was like, hey, there's your kid. It was like, Ganesh, baby boy, the baby elephant boy. It's his fault he's an elephant, but hey, stole his son.
I mean, you reap what you sow.
Yeah. If you know, you know, like why Ganesh is actually like looks the way he does.
It's like, whoops.
But so back to the original guy for because I know we've talked about it before, but I want to really hit that nail into the coffin again. Jin Sun-woo is the greatest asshole.
Yeah.
And I was having this debate in my head, and like, I think Jin is worse than Vegeta in the level of being an asshole. Because Vegeta,
Yeah,
as flawed as it is, has a reason for being an asshole. He's an asshole because he fundamentally believes, and it's true, he's better than everyone fucking around him. 99% of the individuals that he is around, he is better than. If, ands, or buts about it. That is an objective statement. And then in the process, he's like, I am better than all of you. And then I have
the Prince of all Saiyans.
I have the woman who's better than all of you also. And then now my kid is also better than all of you. And and so I was like, objectively, he's right. And so it just kind of comes with the ego of him being an asshole, right?
And Jinwoo, well,
Jin has no reason for being that level of a passive asshole. Zero. And I think that's what makes it worse, is that he's a passive asshole.
Yeah.
I understand having a goal. He was like, I'm just trying to make mom better. I'm trying to find a way to make my mom better. I'm trying to find a way to support the two individuals in my life that matter. I got you.
Yep.
I love it. Especially since you survived what you survived, right?
Especially that.
But every other body that got caught, not necessary.
Some necessary, but I agree, most not.
None of them were necessary. The amount of people who got, like, even if it was their fault that they got bodied, wasn't necessary. Him getting iron was not necessary. He could have stopped Big Dog well before he became a problem, right? Could have just nipped that in the bud. Nah, he let him get to the point that he was, and then was like, body snatch.
It's like, you have given me a reason.
Is like body snatch, right? He was like, I wish a bitch would. You knew he was going to because you've been provoking him this whole fucking time, right? That didn't need to go down like that. The fight in the streets, when they are literally shitting bricks, doing all they got because they were like, this team is barely holding it together of defending this monster from the civilians. And he's over here having a moral dilemma about helping or not, and motherfuckers are literally getting backhanded. Sir.
Yeah.
Asshole.
It's just like, I love how it's like his whole idea was to not draw attention to himself, but in turn drew attention to himself.
Drew attention to himself in the worst way possible, right?
Yeah.
Like, you not drawing attention to yourself, like, is doing the exact opposite. Like, if you were just a part of the group, no one would have bat an eye. But because you're not a part of the group, and then something spectacular fucking happens, people are suspicious.
With the red orcs and all that.
Well, yeah, that alone, that was next. That, he really said, I'm gonna watch this motherfucker get ragdolled. And just before he takes his final breath, because he's about to get the craziest of backshots, I'm going to ask you, do you want me to handle this because this is your loot right?
Which, I mean, to be fair, understandable.
No. You didn't have to kill everything in the room but to help them out. You could have did what you did to have the fucking conversation in the first place to ask for permission to whoop that ass, to put belt to ass to everyone in this thing. You're an asshole, Jen. You are an asshole. Like, and then this motherfucker is literally gasping because all of his ribs have broken. His lung is probably in his ass, and he's doing everything he can not to choke on his tongue to answer your dumbass question of, yes, get us the fuck out of here, jackass.
Please help. I can't feel my feet.
Can't feel my feet. Don't know if they're actually still attached to me because I hit the roof 4 times. And then Big Dog is like, okay, whips out, thankfully he doesn't pull a fucking Goku this time, and he just brings out the whole army and started throwing hands with everything, but again, could have done that sooner. You knew that gate changed, and because everyone witnessed were like, oh shit, the gate's gone. What happened? Big Dog is like, seems familiar.
I played these games before.
It was like, this is giving, Spadudios. No, and what he says, I'm just the guy carrying the bags. Fuck you, Jen.
It's like, I got paid to do this, nothing else, and we are good.
Like, he took quiet quitting to a different level. He's like, no more, no less. When he was in the freaking tower realm, and he was like fighting through that you didn't need to disrespect the king like that. Like,
I remember, what did he do?
So he rolls up. First off, he's already been bodying everybody in the realm, right? Which technically, king's subordinates, right? Because he was just under the big baddie who was really in charge of everything, right? Yeah. So he's up here just smacking people up. Hey, you doing what you're doing, you gotta get your quest, people's like, whatever, right? But he still basically ran up into someone else's house and then starts rearranging the furniture and disrespecting the house.
I mean, to be fair, the hospitality was not that great.
Yeah, I wouldn't be very hospitable to a motherfucker who busted into my house either.
He had a key.
Why? That's what we were trying to figure out. Why don't you get inside? I had a key. What do you mean? No, like, still not welcome. And so, he finally gets there.
How did I get in? I let myself in.
And he's like, let myself in. Fuck. So he's doing all this shit. He figures out he's basically just almost bodied the princess. And then he was like, I'm going to take you home. Hey, by the way, I'm taking your kid.
Yeah. It's like, did he need a guide?
No.
Probably.
No, he didn't. He was fucking doing just fine all the way up to that point. All she was doing was like, hey, see, and I say he didn't need it because she was like, hey, I'm bringing all these treasures, so just in case we run into these people, we can actually negotiate our way out. He picked every fucking fight he could get. You didn't need a guide. You needed an excuse. Because you saw the elf bitch and you were like fuck him. Right? Just, fuck him. His assholeriness is only outdone by the shenanigans of theatrics of Sid Cogano. Because that motherfucker really said this whole world is my playground.
Yeah.
I'm taking over.
And just casually nukes here and there.
Yep, just dropping nukes here, just dropping nukes there. Hey, I'm just the background character. Ha da da da. Like, he's having his own Shakespeare play in his head play out in reality for fuck all reasons why. And he is not happy with the results sometimes. He was like, asshole.
And he doesn't even know the Shao Garden's a thing.
Not until later. Not until
it's not that much.
Not until much later.
Much later.
To be fair, if you started your whole theatrics with something you made up off the fly based off of bits and pieces of things you saw in passing, and then you broke up with your 6 girlfriends amicably, but like you broke up with them but they didn't break up with you, and then they pop back up again and you're just like, what the fuck is all this shit? And they were like, it's yours. Like
Jesus.
I also would be very confused. But again, he
clip that.
didn't care. Go right ahead. Hit the play.
That's a little soundbite.
Like hit the Caleb bag. I was like, it's yours. I was like, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like literally, it's like, hey, so you have all this. It's like, oh, I thought you were playing along with me. It's like, I'm sorry, this is real.
Yeah, like, right. It's like, what? And so, like, this is going to come up again because it falls into another, like, comparison, like, conversation I want to have for, like, mechanics with reincarnated as a slime. So, just, like, put a pin in that.
Okay.
So, but, yeah, Like, his sister... Like, his sister went through all, like, not like his sister didn't get out, but it was the fact that it was, like, at any point, you could have, like, made it so that your sister didn't have as much of a problem growing up, because, like, you were kind of, like, a useless piece of shit. Because she knew something was up, but she couldn't put her hand on it. And so, like, she basically was the meme, was the guy in the car, and she was like, I know he's good, but I can't prove it. Because again, she has her own like battle sense, and she was like, something's off.
It's like, something ain't right here.
Yeah, something ain't right. And yeah, so that's so that's gonna be the clean bow wrap up for the, you know, in-depth dissections per se. We got next week is bonus. Infernal gets to know what is happening next week. Will he remember? We'll find out on next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. So it's gonna be the interactions of the isekai worlds and my conspiracy that I have developed about those.
Well, this should be interesting.
Yes, and this is going to be very fun. But as always, we thank you for listening and participating in the fun and the nonsense that is this show, and the TikToks and the Twitches and everything that comes after, before, in between, blah, blah, blah. And we will see you next time.
See y'all next time.